CBS has this report. Actor Will Smith says that he would understand if audiences are not ready to see him on the big screen so soon after the infamous Oscar slap earlier this year. On Monday, Smith spoke to Fox 5 DC's Kevin McCarthy about his new film Emancipation, which is set to be released in theaters on December 2nd and start streaming on Apple TV on December 9th. It's his first major project since he slapped Chris Rock on stage at the Academy Awards. And this is a movie, as the title suggests, it's a movie about slavery. Emancipation centers around Smith's character, Peter, an enslaved man who escapes a Louisiana plantation and makes his way north. The film was inspired by 1863 photos of a man whose bare back was mutilated from whippings by his enslavers. Well, even before we talk about Will Smith specifically, I will say that I'm glad we finally have a movie about slavery. Finally, Hollywood is telling this story. Because I think the story has never been told, and we haven't heard about this, and it's just really good. I mean, at the very least, it had been 17 seconds since the last slavery movie, and we know that if there's gonna be a movie about American history, like as far as Hollywood's concerned, this is the only thing that happened in American history. Certainly the only thing that you can tell a story about. So that's great. But Will Smith is kind of on this publicity tour, where he's claiming that I don't care. If I understand if you don't, if you're still upset, and he's pretending to be apologetic. But then if you listen to what he's saying, it actually doesn't sound very apologetic to me. Here he is with Trevor Noah a couple nights ago. Listen.
I guess what I would say, you just never know what somebody's going through. In the audience right now, you're sitting next to strangers. And somebody's mother died last week, somebody's child is sick, somebody just lost their job. Somebody just found out their spouse cheated, there's all these things, and there's strangers, and you just don't know what's going on with people, and I was going through something that night, and not that justifies my behavior at all. I would just say, you're asking what did I learn, and it's that we just got to be nice to each other, man. It's like, it's hard.
I'm not justifying or excusing my behavior, but here's my justification and my excuse. I was going through something. So this is really what he's doing. He's like, really, Will Smith is doing the victim routine. And and if you listen to him, he's just making a whole bunch of excuses. I don't even think that he's actually apologetic at all. Because if you're actually apologetic, you're not going to get into this, I was going through something. No one gives a damn what you were going through. You got up, what you did was so unbelievable. It's like, it goes beyond inappropriate. It doesn't begin to cover it, okay? And yes, was it worth all the headlines and everything? No, nothing is ever worth all the attention the media gives to it. But at the same time, it's still the kind of thing that, that's going to destroy your career. Now, look at it this way. Because there is now this move online. It's like, it actually seems to me, anecdotally, there's a lot of sympathy for Will Smith. And people say, well, we should forgive him. And he's one of these, putting him in the category of these canceled. He's been canceled. No, this is not actually being canceled. This in fact is just, this really is just a natural consequence for your actions. Like getting banned from the Academy Awards, well, you committed assault in the middle of the ceremony. Of course you're going to get banned. That would happen to anybody. So just imagine if you were like, what if you were at your job and and you have some kind of banquet at your job, maybe an awards, so like some kind of awards banquet at your job, and they're awarding Employee of the Year and all these kind of things. And they bring someone up in the MC at this banquet, and he makes a mild joke about you or about your wife or something. And you get up and you physically assault the guy in front of all your coworkers at this employee banquet. Would you even bother begging for your job back? Like, you would sit down and know, okay, well, I'm getting fired for that, and I'm also going to go to jail, by the way, because that's a felony assault that I just committed. And that would happen to anybody. And any normal person. So the fact that anyone's even talking about like accepting Will Smith back into the fold, that's just privilege that no one else would get. If that was you, you're done, you're fired, you're not getting another job either when people find out about that. And also, again, you are going to be criminally prosecuted for it, which he never was. So, no, I actually don't think that I'm all about people make mistakes, and I'm 100% against cancel culture, but there is, not everything is cancel culture. Sometimes someone just acts in a way. This is physical assault you committed in the middle. And sometimes it really just is a consequence of that. And that'll do it for this portion of the show as we move over to the members block. Hope to see you there. If not, talk to you tomorrow. Godspeed.